I got a question for Greg. Greg, what's your most favorite card that you are on? Favorite baseball card?
That's a good question.
Probably. I mean, I think the first one I was on. You know what I mean? You know, when you first make it, I think that's the one that sticks out, sort of.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I've seen so many of them now. They just, I mean, I can't even distinguish which ones are which now. You know what I mean? There's so many cards out there. But I mean, it was a good time. I wish I would have kept the cards when I was little. You know, and I used to put them in my spokes on my bicycle so they
Oh,
made
yeah.
noise. You know what I mean? So, you know, I didn't know what an investment it was. So for me, I mean, and I was blessed to be able to play a sport and have a card.
Yeah.
But I love sports and tacos.
Vaughn into right center field. Well hit. Back at the track. At the wall. This game is tied.
I just want to make sure. I mean, you've been my boy for a long time. You show up at all my stuff. You didn't go to any Diddy parties, did you?
I did actually.
Oh shit.
I did. I went to a Diddy party. No, it was after one of the Grammys. I can't remember what year it was. And we walked in. I swear on everything holy, I'm not making it up because of what happened. I see they have several rooms with multiple DJs. So we walking around. You know, we gotta, see what everything is. Man, I go to one of the rooms and it's like all these dudes, Diddy included, dancing with each other. You know, shirts tied in a knot and all that. I was like, whoa. I told my boy, this ain't us, man. And we left. I literally walked in. I was in there maybe 10 minutes.
Wow.
I'm just glad you left, man, because you stay at my house. You stay at my house a lot.
I think the greatest was my biggest and greatest fight, the biggest check when I fought Roy Jones Jr., who was the best fighter of our era. I think, I think it's the second time he knocked me down. The first one was a real knockdown because he did hit me, but it wasn't like the second. And he dropped me, and I got up and finished the fight 12 rounds. And once again, I'll say it again, Roy Jones was the best fighter of our era.
I understand that they're both celebrities and amazing at what they do, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, PR is definitely pushing this because it's just everywhere.
Well, okay, so
Who's going to win the NBA title?
Man, if I had guts, I would say OKC. I just don't really believe in them quite yet, just because Memphis wasn't really a great team to show for.
You got Boston in your eyes, don't you?
No, I like Cleveland in the
What?
It's weird.
Oh,
I kind of like
can't even
Cleveland.
talk smack about Cleveland. They're great, brother.
Y'all were talking about LeBron retiring, and it made me think. I was like, I don't believe the Capitals are going to take it home. But if the Capitals do we think that team's going to retire this season? Because he has nothing else to play for. He beat Gretzky's record, and if he wins the Stanley Cup this year,
you got on.
he's past his time. You know what I mean? Huh?
Has he ever won a Stanley?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's definitely won a cup before. But there's no other reason for him to keep playing. Like the only reason we know he was hanging on for so long is because everyone's like, oh, he's going to beat Gretzky's record. He's going to beat Gretzky's record, and he did, right? So if he wins a Stanley Cup this year, is he going to retire? And if he doesn't, should he retire? That's my question.
Say that because you play sports and you make a lot of money, but no, you can't say that. You know, I was taught early, if you're not early, you're late. You know what I mean? So we had times, my whole life has been structured where bus leaves at this time, you have to be there for stress, you have to be there for treatment, you have to be there, ever since high school. So a hard day's work for a hard day's pay. You just don't get to wake up and just say, I deserve this. You know what? That's not the way the world works.
The instructor that I had was a really good kickboxer, a good fighter. And so he showed a lot of that. So we were real versatile in what we were doing. Our self-defense was good. Our kickboxing was really good because there really wasn't MMA back then in the 60s and in the early 70s like that. So that was the style of fighting that we started, but there were no pads. It was all bare feet, bare knuckle. The only thing he wore was a groin protector because the groin was allowed. You were allowed to kick in the groin as hard as you wanted.
I'll tell you what, that team got in line so fast. It was a bunch of misfits, it was a late lolly ship, on the
Good ship lollipop. I'll tell you, everything was a good deal. We were wokey woke, all friends, going into halftime on the telephone in games. We're calling our girlfriends and wives in the halftime of the game.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's funny. Oh, holy shit, dude.
What?
Bro.
Oh, what?
What? What'd you get?
Which one of these? We're tied.
You gonna win me?
We are tied.
No. Oh,
Check this out.
no way.
The rookie. God dang it. $2.99. Numbered out at $2.99.
Are you serious?
No way. No way.
Yes.
Are you
Dude,
serious?
this is actually
That's
happening.
crazy. Oh, you know that the odds of that happening are
Dude,
so...
it's a hey, you know, it's
Oh
a
my goodness.
Hey, it's a
I think we are actually tied too.
it's a Dude, it's a refractive.
Oh, we're both, as they say, we're both paid, as they say.
Hell yes.
So that Giannis diamond card looks really good right now.
Dude, those are both in the same package.
That's crazy.
Is it like easy to get the celebrities to match up with each other? Do you have to like kind of poke the bears
No.
sometimes?
Well, that's the whole problem. It's not that easy, but you know, everybody has a number, right? But the whole thing is, you know, the way my program's coming now, we're starting our new X Rumble fight league, and it's going to be presented by Celebrity Boxing. Everything's now, it's going to be like the fighters versus the influencers, fighters versus celebrities, crossover fighters versus crossover sports, legends, things like that. And the whole thing is, it's an entertainment show, but it's a Hollywood show in the ring. That if you have two celebs in the ring, you're going to get viewers. You're going to get people.
Greg, I'm assuming you probably met Willie once or twice in your career, right?
Yeah. Like I said, you know, you go in the Giants clubhouse. He had his office in there. He was always willing to give advice, but you know, you just sort of in awe. You know, him and Hank Aaron and those guys. When you're in their presence, you're just trying to soak it all in and take it in, and you know, you try not to say too much. You know, unless they give you an opening to say something. You know, but you know, I just tried to listen as much as I could, and you know, like I said, it's a pleasure, and I was talking to my grandson today about it, that, you know, I got to meet him and Hank Aaron, and, you know, those things I'll take to my grave, you know what I mean? So
I did an interview that I still have on tape with Michael Jordan. In 1994, at High Corbett Field in Tucson, Arizona, I saw a game between the Birmingham Barons when Michael Jordan was with them, against the Tucson Toros. I did an interview that I still have on tape with Michael Jordan.
Oh, how cool.
Nobody would let me in with my microphone. So I went in the dugout and sat on the bench right behind Michael and put my microphone right up there. And it was, I think, in the front page of the newspaper the next